Oh, hey, Connie. I am a moron. I did not have my audio. I have myself muted. So, welcome. It's two mistakes tonight because I started off. I thought I was streaming. I hadn't hit the go live button. So I was about 2 minutes in. I realized I hadn't started yet. So, yeah, it's just going to be one of those days where make mistake after mistake. And then I'm listening to this, the relaxed movement background audio, and we'll see if I get copyright strikes or not. So if the music gets, the audio gets muted, you know why. Anyway, I was asking Connie, realizing now that nobody was listening or could hear me. Are you working on 1944? Not Dracula 1944. Connie and some of my other friends are working on a comic called Dracula 1944. Connie's the penciler. Napua Hina is writing and coloring and lettering. Drew Gutierrez is doing the inking. And there's a Kickstarter live. I don't know the address off the top of my head, but there is a Kickstarter you can go contribute to. Connie, if you want to put the Kickstarter in the chat, I can copy it over. Or you can come in the stream and join me if you want to hang out. You're always welcome. You know that. Yeah, I don't know. It's just having a brain farts tonight. Okay. At least the colored part's the easy one. You don't have to think about what you're doing. You just color it in, you know. And there's my YR00 and YR00. Connie says she's finished 10 of 12 pages of the Dracula 1944 penciling. I was asking, I don't know if you heard about the Kickstarter. You know the Kickstarter information off the top of your head, where it's at? If you want to put it in, I can copy the link into the chat. I don't know it off the top of my head, but I know the Kickstarter is live. And they were shooting to have it done before Amazing Comic-Con, which has now been postponed until November. So I'm not sure what the new deadline is. They'll have their comic done long before I ever will. I can guarantee you that. Let's see. She's drawn with like a red hair, right? Oops. I went outside the hairline. We'll just have to add a line there. Oh, there we go. So here's the link. And if we actually copy it, let's see. Are you on Facebook? You're watching on Facebook, right? I'll put it on Facebook real quick and see if I can get the link. Oh, that's not the right link. I just click that. Bring up the makes a comment. Okay. So let's go. Sorry, trying to do too many things here. Saying the official launch for the Kickstarter is planned for the beginning of March. So I guess right now you have like a notify thing on, right? Let's see. I will have to kill my music temporarily or just switch screens temporarily. See. So share screen and go to this one. And You add that to the stage. You can see this is what the Kickstarter looks like. You can click on that notify on launch so that you'll know when the Kickstarter's live. But you see some of the pencils, one of the covers. But yeah, go support them. Good people. Okay. Let's go back and share the royalty-free music screen. Okay. Hopefully it's working. Still looking forward to your final inked on color comic. Well, you're never going to get it colored because I'm a one-person show and I don't have that kind of time right now. You'll be lucky if you get the inked version at this point. It's like I would have loved to be able to like pay Napua to do the coloring, but you know I don't think I have that kind of money to spare. If I do a 28, I think it's either 24 or 28 pages. I can't remember off the top of my head. It'll be a standard length comic, but you know, even at a reasonable $50 rate per page, it's you know, over $1,000 for the comic. And I'm not planning on making that kind of money back on it. And I don't want to. I see a lot of these independent comics are, you know, $10 at the register or more, and it's like I just can't. I can't see passing that cost on to somebody. Anyway, Dracula 1944. Go support it. All right, let's see. Some more color in there. Got the wire doubles in. Okay. Are you working on the book now, Connie? Is that what you're doing? You got to be pretty bored to be hanging out here with me. Yellow pencil. Let's see if we can brighten up this Phoenix symbol a bit. And then we'll come over some white pencil to kind of give it a little bit of sheen too. Let's get, right now I just want to lighten it up because that orange is a little oppressively dark. What the heck is going on with the pencil? Why am I picking up these dirty spots? Weird. I don't know if you can see the kind of mottled spots in the yellow, but I'm not sure why the pencil's doing that. To do transfer work, I'm sure there'll be a lot of people wanting to help you out. Nah, sink or swim on my own. It's fine. No, taking a break. Was doing design work earlier and doing reference hunting for a couple of commission pieces. Oh, what is? Did you get some cool commissions? What kind of commissions you got? Anything you talk about? Right. Let's see. So give her red lips. Let's go with a pinkish red. And orange rim line around the eyes. And you know, it's been a while since I've just worked on regular white paper with colors. It feels kind of weird, actually. I've been working on tone paper so much. See if I remember how to do this. An Elvira piece for Scott and fan art piece for an old friend. Over the Garden Wall. That's a book, isn't it? Over the Garden Wall. That sounds familiar. All right, where to put my drawing box? Just grabbing some white. I think I want a zig. Set that over here off to the side. So, brush pen. We need to put some pencil white. Now create a bit of a shine effect on this gold as well. One thing working on tone paper all the time, I have multiple different types of white, which okay. Need some contrast in the hair. A little brown over orange to help create some shadows and some body in the hair a little bit. Are you doing any other art shows, Connie? So I actually submitted some pieces for that fantasy show. Can't remember what the name of it is off the top of my head, that they're doing at Arts and Marks. I don't know if I'll get accepted or not, but I sent in some submissions. All right, so let's see. Is that good enough for? Could put some color in the white. You think I need to put more contrast in the shadows for the flesh tone? Here's my RV95. Do I still have an RV95? B95. So use B95 to put some deeper shadows in. contrast. No, I didn't put out any artwork, lady. Well, I don't know. I mean, you've been working on a project, and then you have your commercial stuff you got to do. I don't have those issues, so when I'm not at work during the day, I come home and I just draw stuff. And since the art show in November, I'm trying to do more just like not generic stuff, so it's kind of like I'll do a couple pieces of regular fan art stuff, which I just still, I still like doing it. But then I'll come in and I'll do some kind of fantasy or sci-fi piece, and that'll be stuff that I can use for other things, whether it's an art show or something like that. I'm just putting in. So I'm not putting out a color. Since that color's dead, let's see how the pink is working. And I'm picking up the ink that's one of the reasons I try to do pencils and then inks and then color later. As you can see, I'm picking up some of the ink that I just put down, but that's okay. I don't panic anymore after doing commissions live at a convention where if you make a mistake, you don't have anything you can do to fix it. You just you find ways to cover it up, or you integrate it into the design. So you can see we've got kind of a spotty pattern happening in this pink that I just put down. So what we'll do is we'll throw on a little bit of Kirby Crackle. How about that? And that way, those spots won't be as apparent. They'll still be there, but there's other design elements that will take your mind off them. And I wonder if that's why Jack Kirby came up with the Kirby Crackle in the first place, because they were working with ink. Obviously, he needed an ink effect, but wonder if he just like spilled ink one day and like, well, shit, I'll just cover it up. I'll just put dots on there like I meant to do that, and that's how Kirby Crackle came to be. Could be. Sorry, Connie's saying something about an illustrated book project. Let me just finish doing some dots here. And catch back up to the comment. All right. Let's see. Connie's saying amazing Comic-Con. Amazing Comic-Con Aloha, she's talking about, was supposed to be a big one, so the lack of a deadline is making me slack a little. Well, you only got 2 pages to go. Another one of my illustrated book projects is on hold. The financing is not quite there right now. Is this for somebody or just on your own? Snap, crackle, and pop. Yeah, and that's going to the error that I made there. But all right, let's see. Since we'll go ahead and do Fairchild while we're on this sheet. Let's look up Fairchild real quick and make sure I got the colors right. I haven't drawn. Fairchild is Wildcats, right? Wildcats, Fairchild. Oh, no, she's Gen 13. That's right, Gen 13. Gen 13, not 14. All right, so a lot of leg, another redhead, another green outfit, and what is it with girls in green? All right, well, doesn't matter. Let's go ahead and start putting some color on her. So, another redhead, which means we're technically using an orange. Leave a bright spot there. I say the book project was for someone else. It's going to happen depending on when the money is there. Okay, well, we should look on that. That's you're doing the illustrations, I assume, right? I need to go through and refill my pens. Oh wait, I almost messed up because that's purple. Let's see. With the color scheme here, she's got a weird color scheme. It's like purples and greens. Okay, so this is green. I'm using a more subdued green, but this is green. I think I want to say the normally she's drawn with the brighter green, but I'm using a more subdued green. That's green. More green there. And then this back is going to be green. Up through here. So the covers are done, but the interiors are still pending in the concept sketches. That's the book, okay. Let's see, and this back arm is going to be green as well. Like I said, I don't cry when I make mistakes, but it is frustrating when you put the wrong color down in an area. Green. And the boots are. Oh, I know it's her boots aren't showing. Let's grab a kind of a purple. How dark do I want to go? It's probably too dark, but it would be good for the shadows. Let's try. There we go. That's a lighter purple. But see that is Connie saying she hates making mistakes. Doesn't like redoing pages or paintings. Then the way I work is different though, because like I said, I'm used to doing commissions where someone's coming to pick it up in an hour or two. So when I make mistakes, or if I'm live streaming, you make a mistake, you just kind of keep going. You press through, persevere, push through. But it's different too. I mean, I'm not working to specs or anything. If I were, I'm sure I'd be hating life. So I have a lot more flexibility. But that is one of the things I'm thankful I developed from doing conventions is, just not panicking when something goes wrong. Like, because just get to that where there's nothing else you can do, and you can't, especially if you're near the end, you can't start over if they're coming to pick it up at a certain time. This is the color that I really worry about, this Y00 when you're going around near ink, because if it picks up any of the ink from the old lines, it's so obvious, and it's really hard to cover up. So I got to be like this ink was fresh down here on his legs. I got to be careful that I don't hit that. Most of the things should be pretty dry though, because it was inked a day or two ago. Kind of saying sometimes for specific characters, a major fail to get details wrong. Sometimes you can salvage it. Yeah, I don't work digitally though, or at least not much. Yeah, I work almost exclusively in traditional media of some sort, either markers or watercolor or pencil. This ink is this pen is drying on me. Another row. I'll have to take a break here for a second and refill my pen. Just a second. I'm gonna throw some more ink in this pen. It's nice to have, refills handy. Getting character details on major characters can be a pain, but that's like when I'm doing commissions sometimes, especially if I'm not familiar with the character. It's like you go to look it up, and there's 3 different versions of the costume, and a lot of times on the internet, people will flip the images, so you don't know that it's flipped. So you'll put something that's supposed to be on one side on the other side because your reference, you didn't know the reference was flipped. I've done that before. Before I had read Miss Marvel, I remember drawing Miss Marvel once for somebody, and the reference I was using had the bangle, or not the bracelet, on the wrong side because the image was flipped. So that's when I learned experience. Check multiple references. And when in doubt, ask the person that's commissioning it, But keep this out just in case I need to put more in. Almost doesn't look like I put ink in. It is coming out a little bit more, but Connie says, I found out last Super Saturday that I can actually do quick commissions in an hour or so too. If you don't try, you won't know. Yeah. I spent, I started doing conventions with John Murakami. That's how I got started doing conventions. And when I decided to do them, I spent about a year just trying to get faster. The more you do it, you figure out what you can cheat on, kind of what shortcut you can take to achieve effects. So yeah, you can definitely work on speed. I've actually kind of slowed down a bit because this last year my focus was on putting more color into my work. Obviously, the more color you put in, the slower you go. But now I got to try and find that trade-off for speed and color, and find that sweet spot. Yeah, Connie saying no one is faster than John, and John is probably the fastest artist I know. But that's also, he spent a lot of years developing that. It's not just something he got out of the box. doing what they call chalk talks at like schools and libraries, where you're just drawing on a big board. You know, John did a lot of that to develop his speed. And the fact that John likes to wait until the last minute on his deadline, so yeah, he got quick that way too. Let's see. There's a dark green. It might be a little too dark, but we'll deal with it. John J. Murakami is who he's talking about. Quick-witted, comes up with cool gags on the fly. Well, I don't know if it came naturally, but John was always drawn toward cartooning. So I think it's what he was drawn to is what he developed, you know. It's a little too bright. Here's the. I want to add some redness to her, but I don't want it to be overpowering. That brown I had before. What is your next show? I want to. Right now, it's going to be. I think Kauai Comic-Con in June. I mean, I'll probably do one of the libraries for Free Comic Book Day. Let's do some pencil. It's amazing how much just a little like hint of rim lighting helps your form. Color should behind Fairchild. Or should I put a color behind her? I don't know. Have you done Kauai? You haven't done Kauai Island, right? I think you'd like that one. It's a nice small one, kind of like Maui, but it's only a 1 day thing. That's the only bad part. It's like you get there and it's already time to go. But they're Aaron, Aaron, the guy that runs it's a real nice guy. Him and his family are running it. Um, very local flavor. Um, maybe a light blue. Let's try that. Well, the Kauai Con, the first one you're talking about, I'm not sure you'd be a good fit for that. You're like me, kind of. Like my wife does that one now. I used to do it. I only do the auction at Kauai Con now. And, I mean, I like the people and everything, but I didn't grow up on anime and manga. And while I can fake my way through it, I don't like doing that. So, but I'll be running an art table as a volunteer for Kauai Con. So that's my thing. Be babysitting other people's kids, right? Have kids come out and draw with me. A lot of teenagers too, and that's one of the cool things about being part of Comic Jam. Like I grew up in Kingman, high school, and there's like nothing in Kingman art wise. I don't know how it is now, but it's hard to be artistic and grow up in a place where there's just no art outlet. Yeah, so I don't know if Kauai Con would be a good fit for you, but I think you'd probably do okay at Kauai Con, the island one. But it's, I mean, you're not going to get rich doing it. I'm not going to lie to you, But I think you'd like it. It's a nice small one. And if you guys get your Dracula 1944 done, you could have it by June. You could take it with you. You and Napua and Drew. Did some commissions for One Piece and Pokemon. Can do manga, anime, but it's not my best. Well, like I said, I mean, I can fake my way through anime and manga. I mean, it's a different style. I can obviously draw it. It's just I don't have an affinity to it, and you kind of that imposter syndrome. It's like, yeah, I can draw it, but I don't know. I don't know the characters. So it's hard to put the passion into it. Although I did watch One Piece, so I could probably draw that now. I did like that. I could do some One Piece fan art. All right. So there is 2 down. Let's see. Let's go to a different sheet and try something. Let's do a dude. Let's find a dude. Oh, yeah, Bizarro. That sounds fun. Let's do Bizarro. Bizarro. kind of mixing up versions of Bizarro, because Bizarro's drawn more like a zombie these days. But then in the old school, like when Kurt Swan was doing them and stuff, and he wore this chain with a wood, a bracelet, I guess it's like a chain bracelet with a slab of rock on it that had like Bizarro #1 carved into it. I don't really draw them like that anymore. They just show the backward S. But I always like that backward, that Bizarro rock plate thing. I can feel the ink, so I'm trying to rub it out a bit. Okay, mosey on out. Thanks for stopping by. Nice to have company. Take care. Okay. Bizarro, I'm pretty sure he's gray and white, but let's double check. Yeah. So the coloring isn't going to be a lot. I'll have to use like bluish grays, I think, in the upper area. Rock is gray, and then the suit is basically Superman, so we can do that. Let's see. Let's grab a red and do the backward S. The Bizarro looks like he needs a bath. Like if I drew little figure 8 flies around him, they'd feel like they were in place, right? Blue, ocean blue. That's bluish green. I like that blue. Yeah, these markers just cheap creative expert markers from Ross. They're a great deal. You can get like markers for less than $1 a piece. Like I got a set of 80 for $22, and I've been pretty impressed. If you get the dual tip, the brush tip and the chisel tip, they're pretty good. For the price, you can't beat them. I have to do this cape. Grab that. What red was I using? It's orange. Music's still going, right? That was on the C4 for the rock. Now, because we want this to be kind of organic and rocky. I'm not using like brush strokes. I'm using dabs, and that creates kind of a texture to it. And you stay looser, and you get some white spots in there, so you get like that, almost like a variegated look, like you would have with marble. Do that. And grab the white pencil, clean off the yellow that's still on there from last time. And we'll try it. You want to have the Bizarro like engraved into the rock. So you have to think, light source coming from the top. Where is it going to hit the edge of the engraving? We want to have that full engraved look. So it's a subtle effect, but create that kind of engraved look in. You need like an orangish yellow for the back of the red S. That's too dark, I think. Let's try this one. Still kind of dark, I think. 23. There we go. Somebody still watching? And somebody on Twitch, apparently. Reed, is that you? You just keep me on for background noise? All right, that's good. And 2. Do some quick. This doesn't need to be super neat right here. Trying to create the shading for the hair. We'll leave a little bit of white showing through. See how quickly you can go through that. Just leaving those white spots in there. Okay, so that was an N2. Go to a C4 for some darker. And Bizarro. pencil. I'm going to try and knock the rock looks a little too bright to me. I'm just going to use the white pencil to knock it back a little bit. Okay. Let's see who else we want to draw. Got about another 30 minutes before I give up, I think. Batman's easy. Let's do Batman. Like 3 colors: gray, yellow, and black. And I didn't put the black in the symbol, but we can do that real quick. Oh, wait, let's put the yellow around it first. Get rid of the pencil line so it'll mess up the marker. Okay. All right, so grab the yellow. It's reddish, orangish yellow. That's too orange. That's still kind of orange. Well, my yellow's orange. I guess that's just going to be right there. It's okay if I cut into the bat symbol. It's going to be black anyway. We'll save the bat symbol for the end so that I'm not smearing that fresh ink around. C4 for entire outfit. We can leave some white as a highlight area, kind of. I told you Batman's easy to color. That was a C4. I'm going to grab a C6 and we'll edge around some of the darker areas. I mean, the crosshatch already does a lot of the heavy lifting. Okay, now we can color in the bat symbol. I was planning on going for about 2 hours, but I think about an hour and a half is all I can do tonight. So another 23 minutes. Okay, you can put some flush tone into the Batman. B95, the grape, light grape. Put in shadows. Okay. And we'll grab a white pencil and soften up the highlights a little bit. Is there any place we need to put highlights back in? Okay. Background for the Batman. We'll put in, we'll leave an outline around him for effect. grabbing a kind of a pink that's close to that color I just used to help soften up some of those streaks from the pen being dried out. Alrighty. Batman. Who else looks like it'd be fun to do quickly? Colossus. How about Colossus? Colossus's costume is red and yellow, if I remember correctly. Red bands, red down the middle, red shorts, red boots. Okay, so the red was this one, yeah. Let me just double check to make sure, so I don't. Oh, see, I did have it backwards. It's yellow in the middle. Glad I checked. I know I had the right colors, but I had them reversed. So this is red. Okay. Shorts are red. I did have that part right. And the armband is red. Belt is also, no, the belt is red and gold. Okay, so this part's red. I gave Colossus a booty. The boots are red, yeah. I need to find a good yellow marker. Okay. The chrome is gray, but we're going to try and bring some of the colors from the costume into the reflections as well. But I'm just going to grab the N2 we had earlier. It's a nice gray. Now we'll be using the white paint pen to put in some high specular areas in the bench in a little bit. Okay, so that was an N2. It's a little bit darker. I'm going to N4. Maybe not. The N4 looks like it's almost dead. But this blue gray that I've got inside here, it looks like it's almost dead too. I think I use that one a lot on my zombie board. C5. C5 might be a little too dark. Let's try it. Oh, it's way dark. C5 is way too dark. I'm just trying to find the intermediate gray that's darker than the N2, but not so dark that it's going to kill everything. Okay. M3's dead. I really need to fill my pins up. All right. The C4 is going to be too dark, but let's grab it. Okay. It was darker than I really wanted, but we'll make it work. And one of the things that I like doing when you do the metal, especially when you got like Colossus's striation lines, is a white pen or a white pencil around the edge of it. So it creates like that light caught on the lip of the crevice. So you break the shadow lines up. So we got the light coming down. See, having that lets you see the lines. And again, what it does is it simulates like the light catching. You imagine that these striations are little divots. You imagine light hitting one side of it. And then in the really bright spots, you can have the lines disappear a bit. And it just kind of lets you know that the light is so bright, it's making the seams hard to see. Let's put in some shading in the orange and the red, or the yellow and the red, rather. neat. And then like we did with the yellow, we need to do something with the red to darken it up a bit. I think we're going to really want this a lot darker. Kind of a brownish red. Create some even darker areas. That is a maroon. I like that. Some areas are even darker. I'll just go down. That is too dark. All right, now here I got pink. Trying to find a really light pink so that we can bring in the hint of red into the chrome areas. Don't you have to really light pink? Sorry. Look. This is probably a little brighter than I want, but it'll do. So I'm just going to take this and hit some of these areas to help sell the fact that the red is reflecting in different areas. The same thing, the light yellow pencil. Okay. Trying to think anywhere the yellow might reflect, and that just gives you a little bit. So you have some red and pinks in there, carrying in there. So this is catching some reflection from the red in front. All right. So we'll do a dark blue around Peter. It also helps cover up some of those ink lines we went over. Sorry, I'm not talking. I'm just trying to knock this out. I'm recording. I'm trying to debate if I want to put these up as replays. Oh, I really need to refill my pens. Ooh, the color went through. One good thing about that, I normally don't have drawings underneath my drawings as I'm going. Okay. All right, let's see. Yep, 7:59. All right, so what do we do today? I think I got 4 of them colored. Here's the first sheet. So we did Jean Grey and Fairchild, did Bizarro, did Kurt. Oh, where's Batman? I did Batman too. Batman. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we essentially finished one set of 5, just not all on the same sheet. All right. All right. Thanks for watching. You guys have a good night.